which led to the
overall defeat and loss as they continue to lose objectives. There goes that pink ward. We'll notice that the next dragon... Oh, and here's the Amumu engage on Chimaru's top lane, but the
very low on mana, though Garen isn't going to engage because Shen is still there.
Yes.
Shen still has... No, Shen did use ult.
No, he didn't. He used his tele... Did he?
Don't cooldown.
Oh, he must have used it. I don't know. Well, as you'll note here, if Zillion can get off the damage, Nivea will go into her egg form.
Yeah.
And, yeah, here we go.
Is that enough?
Yeah, that's enough.
Yeah, going into an egg form. Garen's standing around just to make sure.
On a guard. We'll go back down to bot lane where Udyr seems to be attempting to gank unsuccessfully from the looks of things, and Schmuck and Nova seem to be pressing the advantage they've taken.
And
and very good block from Braum, but Nova's taken him for a ride with that fresh hook. Udyr coming in for that defensive play so they can back out nicely.
Backing there would be very brave. They do know Garen is there mainly because he was beating a ward into the ground. Shen is pushing top
very hard
at the moment.
You'll notice that Schmuck and Nova are pushing up hard due to that advantage of not having a tower to protect one taps or Ouroboros.
They will back off.
And we'll see that very effective Jinx farming. Although it's cost her a lot of mana to use those rockets, she's cleared those waves and it will now push straight up to that second tier tower.
In case you're wondering what the reward for this tournament is that first prize players get $125.
Is it?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Really? I thought it was only the right points in the...
No, well, the Battlefy had money and RP.
Okay.
Yep, so $125 to be split between the team. And then 32,000 RP, no sorry, 3,200, completely different.
3,200 RP
as
each,
most people said, each.
To each player. And the Triumphant Rise skin
you can only get from
winning a Ride Station tournament.
Yep.
And also, is that it?
Nah, that's...
You get Rise the champion if you don't own him as well.
Yeah, well, most people do own him because he is a 450 IP champion. It's very good to hold on to him because he does change every couple of miles.
Fun fact to know, Schmuck actually already has the Triumphant Rise skin. I know this for a fact, having played with him in game, so he'll probably just use it to gloat over everyone.
I think they
and if he watches over this stream later on, Johnny, I love you.
It's a little late for that.
Yeah. Oh well.
Gold differentials are starting to increase a little.
We'll notice that
a thousand difference in top lane, 400 difference through the junglers, which is perfectly viable. Very even in 500 gold difference in mid lane. Nearly 2,000 difference in the bot lane, very uneven in comparison to the first game. And the supports are 1,000 difference. So the gold lead is starting to stretch out a little. I do understand that I did round a lot in those maps, and that isn't my...
we got Garen attempting to engage the Shen, who's getting tankier and tankier, but you notice that Garen's still doing enough damage.
We have 3 people.
Oh, and there's the Thresh ult slowing the Udyr down.
Followed by nice distance game.
Oh,
Severe's
here comes
Severe
coming around. Here we'll notice the ricochet. She's getting damage to both champions. But there's that... Oh, and there goes Ouroboros, falling to Nova rather interestingly.
Teleport's coming across.
So that means
and the Shen coming across as well.
That would be the teleport from the Zillion that we noticed earlier, the rather unorthodox one, but that seems to have worked in their favour to be able to collapse nicely upon to DC there, and Udyr is just going to have to attempt to disengage, but
which he will most likely be able to do. Interestingly, a lot of people... we have Nivea popping in, though that may have been an unwise decision.
Popping in amongst 4 of the enemy team's players, attempting to go for a big play, but having walled herself in with the Thresh. Probably not the best plan there, but probably not intentional. We'd hope.
We'd hope. So they're coming in.
But Garen's doing the old split push in top lane, so that's... But then, as we said before, there's that Shen telly back to top after he's already tellied down with his ult. That complete... You can trigger it later. As we said, there's that great control over both his lane and team fights as he can split push, go join a team fight, and then get back to lane again, or vice versa.
I see that Zillion has already completed... No, he hasn't.
No.
He has Ludens.
What?
Oh, no, he has Runic Echoes. Right.
Yes, we've seen the Runic Echo Udyr build, rather interestingly, I guess.
Yeah, personally, I've never seen Runic Echoes Udyr? No.
It's very strong. I can't remember. I haven't seen it in a while, but it was very strong when it was first discovered. And then we have the BM from Schmuck, a little bit of a laugh. Oh, and the BM from Hacken as well. Isn't that lovely? Bit of a laugh spam, bit of a taunt spam. Looks like DC is going to end up conceding this mid tower. As you watch, Jinx will shred through that tower with her minigun.
Problem. This is one of her main strengths. They are aware that they are going for the Rift Herald. Whether or not they'll keep on it is a different matter entirely.
And now Udyr seems to have been caught out a little here. Here comes the
dodge.
collapse onto Zilean and Jinx. A nice brawl ult there. They
Probably won't die. His ult just did come up.
And there's
Jinx
the Zilean ult to save him, but we've got Garen there. There's and a bit of a premature Demacia there. Not quite enough damage to kill the Zilean, but still very big chunk there, making him back out.
The Ricochet, not quite enough, and unfortunately she did get slowed on the wall, meaning she did die. So that leaves it at a 2 for 2.
Oh, and there's a hook on the Udyr. Maybe not so wise when you're that low. Garen engaged. As we'll notice,
is enough, though he may.
He will survive. He is Garen. He is the tank. And there's that damage we were talking about. And saved by the egg passive. Very lucky. And then we'll see the strong tower push from the Udyr, followed by the Anivia, who's now full health. So she'll fully be able to contend with that Jinx coming straight at her. And there's that high damage and scaling that we were talking about from Anivia earlier. So that even though she may be behind, she can still output enough to be a bit of an issue to the enemy team.
They will back off from this objective though, because everyone is low and they seem to have been rotating top. The gold, even though it was a 2 for 2 trade, it was definitely in just a very
strong warding from Get to the Ferris, going for the pick on Udyr there. And there's the BM again. Seems to be costing Get to the Ferris quite a bit, this BM, because they don't seem to be making as good a plays as normal when they are mucking around or not taking the game as seriously as they should.
Some mixed pings coming out. I'm a little unsure what they want to do. Anivia will back off. Dragon is up at the moment. Mid tower was secured. Whether or not she manages to get up fine, that was a little bit of a mastery taunt there.
Both teams seem to be trying to taunt each other into a tilt, probably, knowing these players.
I mean, this is Division 2, after all.
I was just going to say, because they all know each other.
As I was saying, even though it was a 2 for 2 trade, there was a lot of bounties claimed. Yeah, so that did give a massive gold differential, which is interesting.
As you'll notice that the gold differential has gone from a 2k difference to
3k.
It was a
3k difference to 1.5. 1.5k, which is very good. Fresh nearly managed to get the hook. With that, looking from a vision side, they do have good vision, having secured the scuttle crab and this side. So they will be able to see it. Red, on the other hand, also has good vision, so they're very aware of each other.
And there's the Sidhu. They're going for the hard engage there. There was the flash from Braum, and an unlucky miss with the ult. And there's the movement ult, but they seem to have been able to disengage from it. And there's that. And that's unlucky. Zilean managed to get the ult off on a movement. He's going to come back to life, ready to play. And there goes one tap. Very well played from Get to the Ferris. Zilean ult causing much grief, bringing back that jungle, and even Garen's not taking enough to survive this one. There we go, and that was a full ace. They'll take that drag and maybe even a tower or two.
Well, the reason why they did that so poorly is they went very deep into an area they didn't have any vision of. As a general rule, when you're engaging and chasing into the enemy jungle, you want vision.
Also very risky chasing a Mumu into a confined space where his ult can be used to scream. You've got the Zilean bombs in a confined space as well, and Zilean was still able to get that ult off. Plus, the fact that Braum missed his ult there probably cost them quite a bit straight down the center.
They probably shouldn't have chased, however.
It's a little late now.
Now that has shifted the gold back
to a 6k difference.
6k difference. It's a very sizable 4k swing. It should. That wasn't all from that fight. Jinx also did secure the bot tower while it was happening. So they've backed off at the moment,
there's
giving a little bit of extra XP to Thresh. That was after his rework. They gave him his, what is it?
Zillions.
His E. Time Warp?
Oh no, that would be and there's a surrender from DC. That's it. That's the game.
The more you know.
Very unexpected. Seems to be that they're just too tired, maybe.
31, 32. It was only a 5k difference. It's not usually enough to finish the game.
They could have pulled it back, but I guess it is 6 in the morning. They may have just had enough.
That's true.
We have seen this from teams before at GameFest. Some people just, if the tournament gets pulled out for too long, it's just a bit too tiring.
Yeah, this is the 18th hour of the competition, so people are probably feeling it a little more than they usually. If there were two very good games, the first one was a bit of a stomp, though the second game was a lot closer.
Yes.
Which was really good. Interestingly, Garen had just finished his Black Cleaver as well. It was only a 5k difference, but that last swing was quite significant. So they may, because the score is 5-13, and they do two towers and 2 dragons up, so they may have believed that it was a little. A lot less close than it actually was.
And now, just to wrap up, as we have to go see the teams, this has been the stream of the live finals, but following up from this, we will be having a All-Stars game of the Division 2 players versus our Division 1 team, where there is...
Just for clarification, Division 2 is gold and under?
Yes,
Division
in
1
League of Legends
platinum
is platinum and above, so usually the higher ranked players. But for the fun of today, we're going to have a game of Division 2 All-Stars versus the Div 1 team, because there were only 2 Div 1 teams today, so the Div 1 boys were a little bored. And so we will wrap up with this. We'll probably go to a panel next where we have a talk to the winning team, and we'll have a talk about the All-Stars game. Thank you very much.
From both of us, thank you very much. This has been Thrax and Damien Duck, so I hope you've enjoyed the stream, and we'll see you guys later. Thank you very much. Right, run sportsmanlike. I hope your award gets stripped from you.
Yeah,
We're live? Okay, Oscar, we're live.
We're live.
Hi, welcome to our post-game panel for League of Legends.